I'm Angela Brown from the Clutter Corner, and today I have a special guest with me, Kathy McEwan, and she is a certified professional organizer, and she's the previous owner of a multi six-figure home organizing company, and she has a podcast called Organize for Success. Please help me welcome Kathy McEwan. So, Kathy, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me on.
Let's talk about the embarrassment for a second, because I know there are a lot of people that would love to ask for help, but they are afraid, like you
Yes.
said, that the person's going to come to my house and they're going to think this is the worst that they've ever seen. And then shame on me.
Yeah.
How do you overcome that if you are the person that wants to reach out for help?
And just know you're not alone. Like this is extremely common. And I think sometimes if they don't go to somebody else's house and they don't see it, if they go to a friend's house that's very organized, they might be thinking, well, how come they can keep it organized and I just can't? Just know you're not alone. It's extremely common. And reach out, even if you just reach out and say, help me, I don't know where to start, but definitely reach out for help. If you're too embarrassed to reach out for help and you want to try to do it on your own, then I would suggest that you just focus on a small task and spend 20 minutes a day if you can. Because I don't want to be too overwhelmed. You don't have to spend a whole day decluttering your home. That's so overwhelming for most people. So even if you did 20 minutes and you tackle something small every day, because if you do 20 minutes for a week, for 7 days, that's over 2 hours worth of work by the end of the week. Right. So you're actually getting a lot done if you can even just set a timer for 20 minutes, or even if you're watching a show maybe and you want to grab a few pieces of paper that you have piled up and just to go through them. But just tackling small tasks at a time, I think really makes a big difference.
And I want to highlight something you just said, because this is really important. And a lot of people don't know this. You mentioned how you think you're the only one because you don't go inside other people's homes. So, as a professional house cleaner of 25 years, I went into a lot of homes. And as I went into people's homes, their homes, like you open the door and they walk you through the home and it looks lovely and everything is has a place and everything is in its place and it looks amazing until you open a closet and the
Awesome.
relatives were coming over and they shoved everything inside the closet, or
Yeah.
they have a whole entire room. We call it the scary room. I'm not using this lamp right now and I just redecorated and I don't want to throw it away and I don't want to give it away and I might use it again. So I'll just put it inside this room and close the door and then you don't see it. So
Yeah.
when you go to someone else's house, you don't see the clutter. But I can't tell you in how many closets, I mean, linen closets and bedroom closets and bathroom closets and scary rooms. And then they've got the attic and they have a shed behind their house and they have literally a whole house full of clutter, but they have organized rooms where everything looks tidy. And you walk in and you're like, something's wrong with me because my friend has this really tidy house. It's very possible that no, they don't.
That's right. Yeah, it's
And
true.
so
What's
while
hidden
they may,
behind closed doors, right?
yeah.
Yep.
And we always had to ask, is this a priority or do you want us just to skip this room every time we come? And it became part of our business where we had to say, literally, let's bring in a professional organizer to
Mm.
help you with this room.
Right.
Because if you're not going to use this stuff ever again, it's been there for 20 years. If you're not using it for 20 years, don't let it take up space. You could be using this other whole room of your house. Make it a craft room or a library or a room that gives you peace, right?
Yeah, it's so true. And that's exactly it. So most people, if there's a spare room or an office, it tends to be the one that gets things dumped in. It's usually the items they don't know where to put it. So they don't know what to do with it. So it goes in that room. Or if you have a basement, the basement is another one. Or like you said, the shed or garage. If you have a garage, a lot of times things just get put in there. Those are often the things you just don't know what to do with. So,
Mhm.
the old saying, everything should have a home, or you should have at least space for it, then it makes it a little easier, but it's not always easy for people. They don't always know where to put it.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you guys go over and visit Kathy at her website. And Kathy, thank you so much for your time and attention today. This was so helpful.
Thank you. It's been fun. I really appreciate it.